Okay, this is pretty late in the day. I am looking pretty strange because I have just filmed my one and only makeup video. Isn't it amazing how different people can look with makeup? I mean, this is just almost, yes, theatrical level makeup. It is very, very, very dramatic. It's just so different to how I normally look. I think some people have those type of faces that can just transform so much from one thing to the other. Okay, so tomorrow, this little fridge, which couples as my dressing table that my mum made the blankets for, the little curtains, gingham curtains, because fridges are pretty ugly, most of them, is going to be moved. You can see the chaos of this room because I'm in the middle of moving, to see where the cockerel tea towel is. Well, beneath this here is a dishwasher that doesn't work anymore. So that dishwasher is going to be taken out and the fridge put there so that I can rent this place out with everything working, and this space again taken up with shelves or maybe a chair. It'll be more useful for people. So I have to get everything out of this corner for the people to get in, and I thought in the process I would pack away what I didn't need. So I'm just removing my little speaker, my box of cards, this wire basket of books. All the books are not coming to my new flat because I can take very, very, very few books because I don't intend to do much reading in the future and books are really heavy. I will take the wire basket because it's just such a lovely thing. I think I got it in the Chelsea Garden Centre. I've got quite a lot of nice things there. So now I am just going to, as regards my picture, this is all A-level artwork, but that's a photo of my dad. These will have to go home as carefully hung as they are. Lots of different elaborate stratagems. So these will go home to Wales. That's my Savoy cabbage I did actually during the nervous breakdown. I could only concentrate on very detailed, very kind of oh, there goes my laptop. Very detailed things. And so, okay, this picture is not coming to the new flat. It's glass and it will break and it's just too much hassle, so that's going home. It's lots of different windows of sorts and a door. I don't know if you can see that, an old door with peeling paint and ivy. I love peeling things and broken things and things with mould and the patterns that decay makes. And also I love half-finished things, so lots of my pictures I deliberately left half-finished or with a masking tape on. I also love pen and ink. Okay, so that one's going home. This one, actually I'll just take these cards. These are greeting cards people have sent me. I really love greeting cards a lot, and the thing is, like, when do you throw them out, and which ones do you throw out? I don't know, but they're not coming to the new flat. They can't, unfortunately. So now this is can I leave these pictures here? Yes, I think they're safe enough to leave there tomorrow. This is my jewellery, my little jewellery tree, which I got from Oliver Bonus, and it's a very pretty turquoisey colour. That can come to the new flat with me. And then I have this very lovely little glass jar cabinet box, I guess, with a clasp from Zara Home. That can also come to the new flat with me. Then I have this vase of artificial flowers. The artificial flowers are from OKA, yes. Now I think they can come to the new flat as well, because plants, even if they are artificial, do bring things to life a little bit. And the new flat is going to be new, modern and new, the operative word, or this wrapping paper, always useful, so that can go. So plants will be very welcome there. This is a little frame, cute little frame I got from Tiger, and I haven't found anything to put in it yet, but I quite like the man, the sketch of the man already in it. But that can go home to Wales. And then we've got Well, we've got a little jewellery box full of odds and ends, my glasses, some bracelets, and I don't know whether to take that to the new flat. Oh, and sticky labels. Definitely take that bracelet, which I wear quite a lot, and my choker, and my rings. I never wear these pearls though, so they can go home. Safety pin is always useful. These are very useful because they don't make a mark on paintwork, and yet they're double-sided Velcro tape. So that's good for a rental property because we won't damage the paintwork if we need to stick something up. But I don't know whether to take this. I don't know. Jimma. Gosh, what do I do? I don't know. Then there's another little box casket from Zara Home with fake eyelashes in. And if you'll have just watched the makeup video I've done, I cannot put fake eyelashes on to save my life. However, I intend to try wearing those, so I'll take that to the new flat. Now, we've got my summer hat, which is, I think, from Topshop. It's my only summer hat besides my baseball cap, so that can go to the new house. We've got this lovely old cup, which was from Anthropology, and it's broken in numerous places, hence why it's not hanging up anymore. Are they my sunglasses, my Ray-Bans? Yes, okay, they can definitely come. Ribbon and perfume, no, because I really don't actually wear perfume very much. But I don't know whether to take that lovely old bowl. Oh dear, there's too many. I've collected too many nice things over the years. Then there's this other really beautiful, kind of, it's got a sort of Moroccan or, I don't know, kind of exotic feel. It's this little canister here. And this can come to my new flat because I love it so much. This is also Zara Home. And then we have my lamp. Now this will come because I don't think Dave, my boyfriend, has any homeware or lamps. And so we'll need all the lamps we can get. So I'll just unplug this. And this is also, you guessed it, Zara Home. So this is all going to have to be packed into the shower somehow tonight because there's nowhere else to store it. Now, now we come to this picture. You can see that I had such trouble fixing it to the wall. I actually nailed, this is just Perspex cut to measure though. I actually nailed it to the wall, not through the Perspex, but so that it's resting on the nail. And the one above, it was because I put these pictures here before I had this window frame fitted, you see, this lovely sash window put in. And the sash window was larger than I thought it would be, and so I couldn't fit the pictures there anymore. So this is actually has to bend over the window frame. The reason I couldn't put it back any further was because this built-in shelf was stopping it. Now I'm just thinking whether I want to take any of these pictures to the new place. I mean, they do add a great amount of colour to a room, I guess. You can see it better like that. This one's full of vegetables and preserves and an Italian corner shop. I love watercolours and inks, and that's a Spanish shop. And then their Italian ice cream drinks and lots of lovely vegetables there, and sardines. Food is so beautiful to paint and draw, and this would really look, well, would make a kitchen look very cheerful. So I don't know whether I should take it or not. The main problem though is to wedge it out from the wall. Oh my goodness, I think I'm going to have to get a hammer with the what's it called, the claws on the end to pull the nail out. So I'll go into my trusty store of DIY things under the sink. Sorry, I'll have to leave you up here a minute. And right, oh, there's a hammer. Good. Okay, so let's try. Up we come. I've got to be careful not to split the Perspex because this splits very, very easily. And it was actually quite expensive having these things cut and made to measure. Now, I really am fond of this food picture, so maybe I should take that to the new house. It's actually just sketchbook pages cobbled together and cut out. I loved sketchbook pages a lot more. I do love sketchbook pages more usually than finished pieces of work. And a lot of the time during my A-level art, I didn't finish my final pieces of work. So it's amazing I got the grade I did, but all I'm saying is I like unfinished things a lot more than finished things, at least visually. So now I'm just going to get this nail out here. Lots of food going on here as well. Savoy cabbage. The theme was, well, we had one word and the word was open. So I thought of a sign on an old corner shop or a grocery shop, open, closed. And on the first page of the sketchbook, I had a literal little sign tacked to my sketchbook page, open. And the whole project then was inspired by old-fashioned corner shops and the kind of groceries and tins that were sold in them around about the time of the Second World War, I guess. So rations were in effect. I don't know whether to take this one either now. Don't know. I like it a lot. I like the colours and I like the cheerfulness of it, and I like the very hand-drawnness of it. I might do. This top one is farm animals. I can't remember what this A-level project was. I mean, what the criteria was. But lots of farm animals. Things are falling off at a rate of knots. I think this one will have to go back to Wales though, because it doesn't really cohere as well as the other ones. You can see where I've just hacked out the sketchbook pages. Gosh, this thing is quite hard to manipulate. And stuck them down, really. I remember doing that chicken. I remember drawing all the tiny little scaly segments of his comb and skin, and I remember experimenting with trying to get textures. That is the cattle market in Abergavenny, a picture of the cattle market in Abergavenny. I don't think it's there anymore. And patterns of Frisian cows. I think I was going to do a lino print of them, so I was experimenting with the shapes they made. And I took these photos with a £10 manual camera I got from some second-hand shop in Abergavenny. Now these photos, this is a lovely present from my friend Tash from Penhaligon. I showed you the little perfumes the other day. I wanted to keep the box because it was just so pretty, but I guess you can't keep things like this forever, right? You just have to get rid of some things sometimes. Is there a way I can keep it? I've already got so many things I should get rid of. So unfortunately, it's going to have to go in the bin. I'll just have one last look at the box itself. Yeah, it'll have to go, I'm afraid. So beautiful though. Yeah. Yeah, and there are the little perfumes. Beautiful little watercolour diagrams by the looks of it. In the bin, unfortunately. Now, these photographs, well, this is me, my mum, our 2 sheepdog pups, and my Auntie Myra in Ireland when I was about 12, and that's my dad's Land Rover behind there. Oh, I looked so healthy there. That was before life got me. Right, there's a cool old postcard my dad sent me from Aberystwyth. There's me, gosh, there's me at about 8 years old with Sally Oakley and Gemma Lewis, 2 girls from the congregation in the valley where I grew up. And we are actually at the the church site there. Our congregation built a new church from scratch on a piece of wasteland, and we are there on a Saturday helping out on the site for about a year or more. The congregation did that. It's a really lovely experience actually, and it brought all the brothers together. And there we are again, singing. I'm singing, and yeah, with Sally and Gemma again. My dad probably took those photos. He's quite a photographer, my dad. Oh, this is my family in Ireland. There's me at the head of the table on the left of my granddad, who's pointing at the photographer, must be my Uncle John, I think. My Auntie Myra to my granddad's right, my mum to his left, my mum to her left, then my dad, and then my mum's younger sister there. I must be about 16 or 17 there. This is inside the farmhouse in Ireland, the kitchen we put in. We did so much work on this house, then ran out of money and had to come back to Wales. This house was perfect in every way. Another photo of the house looking from the front room through the hall with the dresser into the kitchen. As unfinished as it was when we left it, it was still kind of perfect. In fact, if we'd had the money to finish it, I was going to say we'd have ruined it, but we wouldn't, because my mum and dad had too much taste to ruin it. And those are the two dogs, the sheepdogs, Barney and Blanchy. We used to call her Blanchy, but of course it was Blanche, so if you pronounce it properly, it's Blanche. I thought of the names. I named all our pets. That was just outside the farm in the courtyard. On the left is the dairy building. We owned that, but on the right is our neighbour's building. Geraldine, she had chickens and some horses, and one of those wonderful blue summer days. Yeah, this is me and my dad at my graduation. My dad wasn't going to show up, and then he did. We're just at the back there. It's my friend Ben. It's such an unusual photo to see my dad with his arm around me. Partly just because, I don't know, we're not big on photos in my family, so we don't take many. But I guess I kept this because it just shows... Oh, will this camera focus? Please, is it possible? No, it's obviously not possible. It does not want to focus. Anyway, hang on. Right, that is my dad and I at my graduation. There's me larking around with some family at a wedding. Me at the same wedding with an inflatable flamingo. Me when I'm about 4 on the beach in Tenby, the best seaside town in the world, inspecting some seaweed. Me and my mum and dad at my graduation again. Then this is taken in the cottage in the New Forest. I had Emmy at this time, and I was wearing ski pants. It was very, very cold. I was about 25 or 6. That's my mum's older sister, my Auntie Myra, who lived not just down the road from us at the time. And this is me as a bridesmaid when I was about 7, with my mum's younger sister Rachel and my cousin Sally, who was Myra's daughter. And then there are just more cards from people. So these photos and the cards will have to go back to Wales. Well, the cards definitely will. I don't know about the photos. Do I want to take any of these photos to the new? I don't think so. No. I have very few photos of me because I have dysmorphia, which means that I basically hate my face. I've talked about it in another video, and it started about 2 years before this photo here, when I was about 17 here. I look a lot younger. I always looked younger than I am, but the dysmorphia started when I was about 14 or 15. Now, part of why this YouTube channel is hopefully going to be slightly therapeutic. It'll just get me used to seeing my face, however it is. So I'll just peel this blue tack off the walls. In fact, I can do that later. Hairspray, dry shampoo. I don't use either of them very much. Sometimes the dry shampoo. The hairspray I find does nothing much. I'll take the dry shampoo with me. What was this? Heat Protect. Well, I better take that. Yeah, and Shine Serum. Okie dokie, I'll take that as well. Then we've got a jar full of ribbons. I love this jar. I got it in this really lovely antique shop. Well, it's just like a second-hand shop called Pimpernel and Partners, I think, or Pimpernel and Co., which is on the New Kings Road, just a few minutes away from me. And they have lots of really lovely antiques. I got that antique photo rack hanging on my wardrobe door from them, and many other things for not very much money. You'd think in this area, you know, Chelsea and Fulham, they like other second-hand and antique shops, things would cost the earth, but they don't. And I managed to find this vintage jar in there, which is now full of labels, ribbons and string. So that will have to go home as well and be squashed into my mum and dad's little house. And oh, here's a picture of me and Richard and Judy. I don't know who, I think one of my family members actually sort of downloaded this from the internet and printed it. Yeah, they printed it on their computer. What a strange day that was. I didn't realise it was going to be televised. I thought it was a radio interview, so I turned up in my scruffy jumper and my trainers, and they had to brush my hair and kind of put foundation on and stuff. I came all the way from Wales to Shoreditch for that interview. And this is a picture from a really nice holiday, actually, the same holiday in Ireland when I was about 17. There I am sitting on the rocks, my Auntie Ray just above me, just above her my mum, right down at the level of the sand is my mum's mum, then my mum's dad clowning around, then Myra and John, my aunt, my mum's elder sister. We were at a beach called Kilmore Quay, which is in Wexford. And now I just have to take these hair products. I might as well just leave it all in the box, actually. I think it's just hair styling things, straighteners, products in a glass box from Zara, which did have a lid that moved up and down on a chain, a glass lid, but the glass lid came out of the copper casing. I was quite annoyed about that. And here's the glass lid. I think I'm going to finally have to check it out. Carefully, of course. But there's no point keeping it, so I'll wrap that up in newspaper later. And now I have to decide whether it is worth keeping this little blue and white check tablecloth, which I love, but is really badly stained. I think I'll put it in the washing machine, see if I can get... Oh gosh, it's even got paint on it. What to do? It's actually damp. I wonder what's been leaking on the top of there. I'll smell it. Maybe it's one of my hair products. Oh my goodness, it is. Oh my goodness, that smells really strong. Is it the hairspray? I'll have to see which product is leaking. And then here's the fridge. And I guess, seeing as it's going back to where it used to be, it won't need these little curtains on it anymore, which my mum brilliantly made and put on Velcro for me, so she can have those back and maybe use the gingham again. And here's the fridge, right, so I leave it plugged in tonight. That ugly old fridge is going to go back under the stove where it was, and now I just have to clear a path for the handyman tomorrow and clear a space for me to sleep tonight, because that underneath all that is my bed, and it's nearly 12 o'clock at night. So good night, my internet people.